Monday evening to all of you and our favorite listeners. Thank you for joining us for another Raw Dog Monday, where we recap the latest episode of Monday Night Raw. I am Coach, your host. We got Virgil producing, and we also got the main guys here once again from the We Book It podcast. We got Fritos.
I love you, Coach! And so does my dog. We love you.
Is that Otis?
No, it's Kelsey.
Oh.
Yeah,
not as excited. Oh, well. And we also have just Big C tonight. No daddy.
Yep, no daddy.
And just a reminder for everyone, especially for Bears fans, no more cheeks for the Bears players until further notice.
Banned from all strip clubs around the nation until the end of January or mid-January, whenever their last game is.
I hope they learn their lesson because of that.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, to the wives, don't give them no cheeks, nothing. Make them sleep on the couch, in the garage, wherever you decide to. Yep.
All right, guys. So this episode of Monday Night Raw was actually a taped episode. They did a double taping last week, so we did our best to avoid all the spoilers. Fritos didn't do that good of a job because he was fooled by the ending in one of the matches and had a tweet ready to send out. Thankfully, that didn't happen, or else you would have looked really stupid, Fritos.
Don't worry, it's still in the drafts. I'm saving it for a special occasion when it happens.
All right, so let's get this thing started. This Monday Night Raw starts out with the Women's World Champion Liv Morgan and her bodyguard Raquel Rodriguez coming out, delivering a quick promo, dissing Bianca, Jade, and Naomi. Before you know it, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and Candice LeRae come out. They are then joined by Bianca, Jade, Io, and Naomi into the ring. When the heels say, well, you're missing one person, here comes Rhea Ripley sporting the Richard Hamilton face mask and yells War Games while headbutting Liv Morgan. Chaos ensues. End of segment. Fellas, your thoughts?
I thought it was a very good segment. I was completely surprised seeing Rhea return, especially with that mask. I thought she was going to be out because everyone kept tweeting she's been gone for a hot minute. But the fact that she did a headbutt with that mask is crazy, especially to that eye injury as well. But I'm glad she's back. It's going to make War Games interesting. This might be up there with the Bloodline Civil War. Just the fact that you've got a lot of star power going into this women's match.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Fritos. I was totally surprised. Yeah, like because I was not expecting Rhea back at all, honestly. So when I saw what happened, I was like, oh, okay. So we were totally off when in regards to our predictions for the last member. I'm excited to see her back, especially with the mask on. So yeah.
Hey, welcome back. We missed you.
All right, so moving on from that, we get our first match of the night, where it's a mixed tag team match between Rey Mysterio and Selena Vega and Chad Gable and Ivy Nile. Yeah, it was a decent match, a little bit of back and forth, and then ultimately Ray Hogan came out and squashed Chad Gable.
Why do you call him Ray Hogan?
Because I'm tired of. I think what he's done is great for wrestling, but come on, man, it just ended.
He doesn't bury anyone, so
except for Dom.
Well, either way, Mysterio and Vega get the win. Gable and Nile both frustrated. The Creed brothers come out, and Gable yells at them, but that only motivates the Creed brothers to get more excited and hopefully more things to come with American Made. Guys, your thoughts on that?
I want to see more mixed tag team matches, especially with Ray and Selena. They have great chemistry in the ring. I was not surprised, but just how good they were was really just refreshing to see. And that very end, I thought there was going to be tension, but the Creed brothers are kind of brainwashed. So most of the time when you see someone get smacked in the face and they yell, you know they're going to be breaking up. But they're really buying into Chad Gable's teachings. So that really is kind of interesting to see how that storyline continues on with them.
Yeah, the match itself, I didn't really care too much for it, but the post match was kind of interesting. I thought it was weird, like they just like start like Chad Gable went off, and then they pushing each other, the brothers, and then also they just trying to like I guess bump each other up, and it was kind of weird and cringe, but I get it from that standpoint. So they probably needed that motivation, like a way to get their focus back and get that anger, that fire back under them so they can be dominant, because they really haven't been dominant since they became a faction. So that's my thoughts on that. And to answer Mike's question at the bottom, Jada Parker, aka Miss Parker, has the better cheeks. So yeah.
Well, Mike, get that button ready because I'm glad the Bears lost because it's Rhea. It's Rhea.
And Fritos is muted. And he was the one who worries about us not getting sponsors, and then he asks that kind of question.
I'm not going to disrespect Rhea's cheeks. I just prefer Jada Parker's.
To each their own.
I can use them as pillows.
All right, moving on. We get a quick backstage segment with the Judgment Day. There's obvious tension between Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio as Finn Balor sends him and Carlito out to face the War Raiders, which we'll get to that match later on. JD McDonough then says, hey, I need to talk to you about something, Finn. They go away. Another breakup's coming. I can feel it for the new Judgment Day.
Same.
Yeah, so we won't go into much more detail about that. But then we get our Intercontinental Championship match between Sheamus and Braun Breaker, and this was a great match. A lot of back and forth, a lot of near falls, and really both men look strong. And then Ludwig Kaiser came in and interrupted it and kind of killed the momentum. Fritos, your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, this is where Coach was talking about here. I saw a spoiler that said Sheamus won, and I was going to get pissed because I believe if he wins the IC, it needs to be at a PLE. At this point, make it a WrestleMania moment. The man deserved it. He's done a bunch of great work for the company. So if they're going to give the IC title, give it to him at WrestleMania. But other than that, I thought those two had a banger of a match. They have great chemistry in the ring. Then just the Kaiser thing kind of threw the match off. So I don't know if it's going to be a triple threat. I mean, Kaiser's, we've talked about on the podcast how he needs to be involved in the mid-card title. I think this is just him, injecting himself into that conversation too.
Yeah. I feel like it's about time. Oh, yes. Frito saying banger makes me nervous. Oh,
he says that. So don't. Sheamus says it. It's all good. We're best friends.
But no, I think because I mean we've seen Kaiser have run-ins with Braun Breaker before when Breaker was feuding with Sammy. He just kind of like happened to be a casualty in the process of the feud. He got speared a few times. So now I feel like Kaiser's, now starting to get his get back, and he really wants to try to make a push for the Intercontinental title. So I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens with those two. I don't know I can see there's going to be a triple threat match coming up, but I want to see if they're going to keep Braun Breaker like face, or it's just going to be two heels and one face in this situation. So, which is, it's kind of rare to see that we have two heels, having issues with one another, especially when it comes to like, championship battles or championship feuds. So I'm excited to see what happens from there.
All right, then we go to a couple backstage segments. The first one is a video package with Karrion Kross and The Miz, basically talking about how they fooled the Wyatt Six and got the upper hand, showing them they are mortal, and that will just lengthen that feud, which I'm very excited for because we will get to the next, the response from Bo Dallas and Uncle Howdy later on in this recap. Guys, quick thoughts on that video package?
I need Marine 7 right now. I need it. Get all those directors that the Miz was talking about, make it the banger of a film that he's talking about. It's going to win every single Oscar for every category.
See, you got anything?
Man, I saw it. I'm shocked they had that many Marine movies. It's crazy. They should have stopped after the John Cena one. After John Cena's movie, they should have just ended it there. All right, don't grab a towel, Mike. I know you want to. But yeah, in terms of, I thought it was a nice segment.
Mid-sentence mute. I love it.
Okay, well, I'll just take that as the time that we need to move on.
Yeah. Go ahead, Coach.
And then we also get a quick little altercation between Damian Priest and Gunther, to where Gunther attacks Priest from behind while Priest is signing autographs, only for Priest to get the upper hand and trash talk him even more. And then finally, our last backstage segment leads the Usos and Sami Zayn trying to convince Seth Rollins into joining the Bloodline at War Games. Seth says, I would love to do it for you guys, but I can't team up with Roman Reigns, and says, I'll take care of Bronson Reed for you, though. And that is that for those segments. Any final thoughts on that one?
Yeah, the Damian Priest Gunther one was a little bit more intense than I thought. Especially when Gunther was talking to Kaiser before attacking Damian. He said, look into my eyes. What do you see? So I believe WWE is teasing that feud with CM Punk, since rumors is he's supposed to be your Survivor Series, and he's supposed to be the next opponent for Gunther. And the fact that they're making Gunther look a little bit more weaker than what he is supposed to be kind of, leans on the fact that Punk has a little bit of a chance of becoming the next World Heavyweight Champion now. And just that whole Usos and Sammy and Seth, I'm not going to try to spoil it, but I really do believe now we know who the fifth member is. It's going to be Seth for the Bloodline Civil War games.
Yep. Yeah, just want to say I did call this. I did say that Seth was going to be the fifth member and Bronson was going to be the fifth member for the other team. So just want to throw that out there. I'm not trying to be Book of the Year. I'm just that dude. But yeah, I like the segment. Yeah, Seth is definitely going to be the fifth member. It's going to be nice to see someone from both of Roman's factions teaming together. It's going to be very nice to see. I hope we get a Shield power bomb during this match. So we'll see.
All right, moving on. We then go to our next match, which is the aforementioned War Raiders versus Judgment Day, Dominic Mysterio and Carlito. And this one was just all War Raiders, and they had a very good match. At the end of the match, though, they were attacked by Balor and JD McDonough, who they will be eventually challenging for the tag team titles. Real quick thoughts on this match?
I thought it was a fairly decent match. It shows that WWE has a lot of faith in War Raiders. They've just, ever since coming back from injury, they've 3-0, now 4-0. And the fact that they have Judgment Day sneak attacking them shows that they're scared of them. So I'm expecting them to be your next tag team champions.
Yeah, I'm over it with the War Raiders, man. They keep bringing them back. They're making it seem like they want to do something with them, and then all of a sudden they just fall off the face of the earth. I'm tired of it. It's just like a rinse and repeat type of situation. I'm good on that. I want a more respectable tag team to just take titles off Finn Balor and Laura Farquaad. It just needs to happen. So that's my thoughts on it.
Yes, I agree with you there, Big C, about the Judgment Day for sure. But during the final, I guess, standoff between Judgment Day with them standing on top, Bo Dallas interrupts the broadcast with a cryptic video warning The Miz that his hands will be stained blood red thanks to his actions, saying, quote, "I never wanted this," and then ended the tape.
Stain red. That's interesting. Go ahead, Fritos.
I thought it was a very decent, short video package. The one thing that got me really, Bo really looked like Bray there for a minute. I thought it was AI for a hot second because he looked almost exactly like Bray in that whole
beard.
The beard and the long hair. It just,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought it was like it just felt like nostalgia for me, just seeing him continuing on the legacy. Just it can't help but think of Bray whenever you see him. So it's just almost like one of those weird. Mike, what? Like he's getting the blood. this man, Mike, what is wrong with you, man?
He's on one tonight.
No, I think it's just like just the nostalgia from seeing Bo Dallas cut these promos. It's just like it's Bray. Like I feel like it's just Bray speaking to us through Bo. Hey, I'm not here physically, but I'm still here spiritually through my brother. So it's kind of cool.
All right, and that leads us into our final match of the night. It is the main event. It is Seth Rollins versus Bronson Reed, and a lot of back and forth, a lot of fun spots with this. And right as Seth lays one stomp on Bronson Reed, he goes up to the top turnbuckle looking for, I would assume, is the finishing move that he needed, only to be distracted by Solo Sikoa, and oh my.
Hey man.
Huh.
Hey, if it's Jada Parker, we having the red light special. Like that's all I know. Like, hey, Jada, if you watching, hey, I'm in Springfield, Illinois. Come on over here.
Well,
go ahead, Coach. Go ahead. Coach.
Anyways, Solo Sikoa shows up, distracts Seth Rollins. Reed then hits Rollins with a Death Valley driver, 2 sentons, and a tsunami for the win. And that is how the show closes out, with more than likely Seth Rollins joining the original Bloodline for their War Games match. Guys, your thoughts?
Chaotic. I loved it. The very beginning when we had the new Bloodline come out, then the OG Bloodline come in, and just how everything happened with Bronson and Seth. Then the very end when we had Solo come out, of course, in the black sweatshirt, and this time with a mask too. That's new. I haven't seen that from them. So, yeah, I'm just looking forward to the Bloodline Civil War. It's going to be emotional seeing Seth and Roman together and see if they finally, work things out.
Yeah, I completely agree with Fritos. It's pretty much everything is starting to come into fruition now. We're going to see. I'm pretty sure we see the culmination of the teams formulating on SmackDown. Then we finally get the official match set in stone. So I'm excited.
Yeah, so my final thoughts on this one, really, guys, is for a tape show, thought pretty good. Focused a lot on the upcoming Survivor Series, had a great IC championship match. Really like what Rollins and Reed did in the ring. I think they have some great chemistry. Definitely want to see that rivalry keep going. The pre-tape work from Miz, Cross, Bo Dallas, and even Dakota Kai, I thought those were great. Also forgot to mention Alpha Academy and the New Day getting a match next week with their backstage altercation. I'd say a very solid Monday Night Raw. Fritos, any closing thoughts?
It was excellent pre-tape. I'd give it 9 out of 10. I'm looking forward to the Alpha Academy versus a New Day. Hopefully Otis, hits Xavier Woods with a dirty ass worm. That's all I'm asking for.
Big C, any final thoughts?
About Raw, no, just I give it a nice 8.5 out of 10. I just got one more thing to say. Jada Parker, come holler at your boy. Come get some of this Big Daddy loving from Big Daddy C. You won't. I promise you won't forget it.
Everyone's saying we're not getting sponsors because of me. It's comments like that that's not getting us
Look,
sponsors.
hey, at least it's not profanity. Hey, I'm just shooting my shot, man.
You're right.
Hey.
Shoot.
I mean, he's got a point.
Hey, man. I mean, I'm sure I'm missing like Westbrook, but I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot.
Russell Westbrook joke in 2024. I love it.
Hey, they won't stop, man. Them jokes gonna happen forever. I should have used Ben Simmons, but he don't shoot at all. So,
I mean, he misses in warm-ups.
no, he yeah. he'll miss an all season though. He be having them gym highlights up, man. Be looking like the next LeBron in the summertime, bro.
Yeah, on 2K maybe.
Right.
Furthermore, we think. Okay, hang on. The We Book It podcast does not condone C shooting his shot at Jada, not Jada.
It's Jada Parker.
Yeah.
Get it right, Mr. Virgil.
Furthermore, we think his actions are
And you
terrible.
spelled terrible. You spelled terrible wrong.
Oh no, I thought he was trying to do the Charles Barkley terrible.
Nah,
Terrible.
It would be a U and 2 R's.
Oh, that's just terrible. Well, we digress. Thank you all for joining. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our content. And if you like anything, comment on our post. And if you want any ideas, shoot us our way. We're here for you. We're one of the up-and-coming wrestling podcasts in the nation, and we are growing fast. So until next time, I'm Coach, he's Fritos, and he's Big C. Shout out to Virgil for not spelling a lot on the crawl.
Miss Parker.
We'll see you all next time.